Hola! ¿Cómo estás? Are we all ready for starting to earn our trip to Peru? I know I am certainly excited, and I've been sitting down, crunching the numbers, writing out the qualifications for it, and I want to share that with you guys. And I want to share with you three things that we're going to be doing to help each other as a team get there, because it is going to take a team effort to get there for sure. There is several things in the qualification. It's to do with your sales. It's to do with your new recruits, existing teams once you get to an executive level and you start breaking off executive teams. And it is also to do with how many qualified recruits that you have. So that's your new team members that come on, and when they meet their jump starts, they count as one qualified. So I'm going to go through the criteria with you. I've broken it down for US and Canadian, so we know exactly what is required of us. And then I'm going to touch on a few things that are going to help us get there. Okay, so I'm going to tell you it is going to be a challenge for sure. It is simple, but it's not easy. So the only way that we're going to get there is by doing the work. And I'm going to tell you exactly what the work is, what we need to get done. And then what I'm going to get you guys to do for yourself so that you know, because this is a good way to set goals each month, is you break it down to bite-sized pieces. You work out what are your average sales right now, what are your average sales each month. So then you work out how many pop-ups do you need to hold, so that you get your sales to the level that they need to be, and to keep yourself active and getting new team members. What sorts of things are you going to do? Okay, so this is the criteria that from Summit that we got for earning the trip. So you have the choice of earning the trip just on its own, and then you have to pay for your own airfare. And probably it says trip and airfare, but I'm sure there's many other places that we're going, and there's bus rides and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if it just like is just your airfare to get yourself to Peru, but we will get more clarification on that for sure. So then with the trip and airfare is 45,000 points. So these are points. That's not dollar value, that top there, that's points. Each dollar US that you have in sales counts as one trip point. So, but there are minimum requirements that you have to achieve as well as earning the points. Okay, so you could get 35,000 points, but you don't have any qualified recruits, so you therefore don't earn the trip. So it's very important that you know those qualifications as well. Okay, so your minimum requirements in sales are 12,000 US dollars in sales. That's your personal sales. That's not your team sales. That's personal sales. Okay. And in Canada, it's 15,000. Okay. So this is earning period is from August 2016 to February 2017. So that is 6 months. So what I've done is I have broken down the 12,000 by 6 months and the 15,000 by 6 months to work out. Just hang on. Okay, I'm back, and you probably didn't even notice because I put it on pause. My lovely darling kids are running in here and thinking that I'm doing Snapchat because they're now addicted to that in Summit and doing silly videos. Anyways, okay, so where was I? Okay, so I was talking about the minimum requirements for your sales. These are your personal sales, not your team sales, but your personal ones. And then we have qualified recruits. So if you're earning just the trip, then you have 8 qualified recruits. And if you're earning the trip plus airfare, that's 10 qualified recruits. I always say shoot for the moon, and then you'll land among the stars, because you never know what you're going to achieve when you try for stuff. You still put down that you want to earn the 45,000, and then you might get 35,000, or you'll get the 45,000. So you got to set those goals high, and then you have something to strive for. So what is a qualified recruit? And that is a recruit brand new that if their 30 days falls within that first August, okay, that's going to count. So if they signed up, say, at the end of July, they're within the 30 days, they're qualifying as a a recruit in August. Okay, so that will be your first qualified recruit. So this level 1 jumpstart, they meet that or exceed it. So you need 8 of those for the first portion and 10 for the second. So I've also worked out how many recruits you need each month in order to reach that. You yourself must be active during the entire earning period. Okay, so that's $200 US and 220 Canadian. And honestly, during this earning period from August to February, it is our high selling season coming up very shortly. Plus, you know, many of those months we can put in lots of plans in place to make sure that we meet our minimum active requirements. And you also, by March 2017, need to achieve the rank of director and maintain it until May 2017. So again, we're putting these plans into place, we're putting activities into place to ensure that we keep consistency in our business. So those 2 last ones should not be a problem if you're following the different things that we'll have put in place to make sure that you earn these trips. So that is, in a nutshell, the breakdown of how we're going to earn Peru. Okay, and now I'm just going to share with you a few things that I've calculated for how am I going to get that? Oh my gosh. So you're thinking, oh my God, that's a lot. And really, if you think about it, if you're working smart, not hard, it is achievable, definitely achievable. And we can do it in this catalog. Oh my gosh, I know you've seen it because I posted the pictures. You maybe don't have a live copy yet, but you'll get one soon in your little hot little hands. But it is, I don't like to say that it is the best catalog ever, because that kind of takes away from the last catalogs. Each of them have built on each other, but this one definitely has some really unique pieces. It's got like tourmaline healing stones in the jewelry. There's lots of different like sort of wrap bracelets, or not wraps, but more like the lively and the wild bracelets. So beaded bracelets, that's the word I was looking for. That just give us like an edge for our products. And just so much amazingness is Color by Amber. So we can do this. We can totally do this. There's lots of people that don't know about us yet. And with our growing popularity, we need so many more stylists out there in the field sharing this. So what are the ways? How are we going to do this? How are we going to earn this? So, and how am I going to be here to support you? Okay, so what I've worked out is for Canada, based on requirement of $15,000 in sales in that 6-month earning period, you need to have 2,500 in sales per month. I know that kind of makes me go, oh, that I've done that twice in the whole time that I've been with Color by Amber, but I've done that twice. So I've done it before. It's achievable. Consistently, you need to be earning that. And it's always, you know, during Christmas, like September, October, November, those are a really big selling season. So utilize that. So then in the months where it is a little bit slower, then you know that during that selling season, you've really busted a little patootie and earned the bulk of that 15,000. For our US stylists, 12,000. So that's 2,000 per month. And same thing during the hot selling season. Really utilize those times. You would for the recruits, because you need 8 to 10 qualified. So for the next 6 months, I would be recruiting between 2 and 4 new stylists every month. And that's because, you know, some are not in it to do it as a full-time business. Some are not, or just, you know, doing it to get the kit and maybe, you know, sell to their family and friends and stuff. So you don't want to impose your goals on somebody else. You want to help them achieve their goals. So that's why you want to be bringing in more stylists, so that you're not putting that pressure on somebody that's not their goal. But ways that you can help somebody with achieving their 30 days jumpstart, which, I mean, even if somebody just wants to do it just to get the kit and just to save themselves money on jewelry, you can host a launch party, and they can definitely meet their jumpstart qualifications, because people love the jewelry, and it's really a great way to do it is hosting. If you just sign up and get a website and then not really do anything and think that people will come to your website, they need to see and hear the story, whether that's on Facebook or if that's a live party. They really need to hear that story, and then they fall in love even more with the jewelry. Um, so, oh, and then I was calculating how many pop-ups you would need to do per month. For myself, I'm going to focus on getting between 8 to 10 pop-ups booked every month. And that's because chances are some of them will have to reschedule or cancel. I don't like to say they cancel, because I never let them just cancel outright. It's like always follow up to book it up later. So life happens and things happen. So 8 to 10 is what I will be booking every month, and hoping to hold 6. That's my goals. If for some reason, like say I've booked 8 and 4 of them are canceling, well, I'm going to do the work to make sure that I maintain that 6 pop-ups per month. That is my commitment to myself and to my business. So what are we going to do for each other? How are we going to keep each other accountable and make sure that we're working? Because everybody who said on the post that they wanted to go to Peru, how are we going to keep each other accountable? Because we're a sisterhood, and that's what we do, is we help each other, we encourage each other, and we can totally do this. If you remember back in June, we did the Beat My Upline challenge, and a lot of you came to me and said that you really appreciated that challenge, because you were able to see what work I was doing, but it kept you accountable. And maybe you didn't post about it, but you did certainly send me messages to let me know that it really helped you to keep accountable on what things you should be doing in your business in order to earn money and progress it forward, rather than just organizing inventory and that sort of stuff. This is really things that are going to move you forward. So I am going to record another video that's going to go through the income producing activity sheets again, so that you can really understand exactly what they do and how they work for you. But that's one thing that we're going to do, is every Wednesday to the next Wednesday is I will be posting, and several of the other leaders that are in Team Courage are going to be posting what income producing activities they've done. And I'll let you in on a few things that will be happening from that, but there will be prizes for the most consistent people, like posting every time for 4 weeks, that kind of thing. So we will talk about that when I record the video for the income producing activities. But what I also will be doing is a new stylist training. The new stylist training is going to be designed for any of your new stylists that start. It'll be once a month or twice a month, depending on how many people we have join, and to make sure that they get started on the right foot, is going through the new stylist handbook with them, and also putting a plan into place, setting up their launch party, and going through with them, no more stranger danger, how to book a pop-up, the correct wording to use, so that it's not, oh, please book a party with me, more about what's in it for them. How to book a party that you're not desperate to get them to book a party. You're just sharing, and people will be more receptive to that. So I would love to hear what other things I myself or your upline can do to help you to earn that trip to Peru. Because come August 1st, it is anybody. Everybody starts at 0. So anybody can earn this trip. And I cannot express it enough. That trip to Chiapas, that changed my life. I have changed so much since coming back from Chiapas. I no longer buy my clothing brand new from stores. I do not set foot in places like Walmart or Old Navy or anywhere like that to purchase my clothes. I go to Value Village, I go to clothing swaps. I'm sourcing things on Instagram and looking for companies that are more sustainable, that have a better message, that are not exploiting people around the world to make their clothing. And so I've made huge changes with that. I've changed my diet. I'm no longer eating meat because of the carbon footprint that that goes into the preparation of meat is just crazy. And also, I watched a great movie called Terra, which is it's French and it's got subtitles, but it just goes from the beginning of time until now and the evolution of everything, not just man, not just animals, but just everything. It's a really cool movie, and it's on Netflix if you don't watch it. It's Terra, Terra. It is French subtitles, but honestly, I don't normally like watching things like that, but it really it caught my attention. I loved it. So yeah, when I came back, it changed many things in my life. Um, and I can't wait to go to Peru and experience that. Go to Machu Picchu. I'm going to be reading the book again, Celestine Prophecy. I read that several years ago, and all of the other books by the author. And it's all about the journey through Peru and through Machu Picchu and everything. And I'm just so excited. I'm going to be taking hula hoop lessons because apparently they hula hoop up there. And so I want to be able to do that. I'm going to be getting myself in shape so that I can hike up. There's supposedly like some steps that you can go up that are like 1,000 steps or something like that. And so I'm going to be doing that and taking Spanish, brushing up on my Spanish so that I'm able to communicate more effectively with the locals and understand them better when I'm shopping, right, Jenna? So yeah, I would love to see all of you guys there. It just would just warm my heart. If it is your goal and it's what you want to achieve, let's do this together. And we will. We will do this together. I'm so excited. So if you have any questions or if there's any way that you think this will be what can motivate me and this will be what we could do to really support each other, then comment below and let's get this happening. So Peru 2017, we can do it, ladies.